Restaurant Unstoppable. What the most successful restaurateurs know that you don't. But you still, like, the reason why these people get so successful is because they know how to surround themselves with other amazing people, right? So the lessons you must have gotten working. What were some of your earliest lessons?
Oh, just how to be consistent, how to use salt, how to using water and salt, proteins, just the little simple, how to be organized, mise en place. I mean, the lessons are there, just continuously being beaten to your head. You only use 3 towels.
Why only 3 towels?
Linens are expensive.
Yep.
And so that's still the rule here in my restaurants. Is linens are expensive. There's so many things that can crush a restaurant versus how many things make a restaurant successful. So these lessons have to be just hammered and drilled, working clean, sharpen your knife, making sure your station stock, make sure you give a heads up, make sure you communicate to the fry cook that you need the fried shrimp for your salad to go out because the chef is going to kill you.
Yeah. So reflecting back at this time, you said that they taught you consistency. They taught you organization. They taught you about knowing the value of certain things like linens, right? But reflecting back, how did they teach you consistency? In what ways did they teach you how to be consistent?
Taste your food. That's probably the number one. That was one of our chef's mantras, like taste your food. And to this day, taste your food is still one of the things that I say over and over again when somebody says, hey, I made this. And I go, did you taste it? And the answer better be yes. Yeah. Before you hand it to me, before you sell it to a customer, did you taste it? If everyone would adhere to that one little rule, everybody's food would be so much better.
Yeah. So is there a way to taste that we can share? I mean, because my taste might be different from your taste, but still it's relative to our own, so it should be consistent, right?
The taste in my restaurant should be my taste. It should be salted to my palate. So if you're unsure, you come bring it to me. So that's another rule. People think they can't bring me something. Like, no, you can ask me the same question 50 million times in a row. I'm going to answer you because you asked me. Not asking me, getting something wrong will get you hammered.
Yes, I love it. So what about organization? What was their approach in teaching somebody who's straight after like a very minimal experience in culinary? How did they approach that lesson of organization with you?
It starts as simple as working clean. Don't be clutter. If you make a mess, immediately pick it up. Make sure your station's swept. Make sure your apron's clean. Just look at your surroundings. Does it look organized? I tell people when they're putting stuff in the way in the back, I'm like, chef, should this be 2 inches to the left, 2 inches to the right? I tell them very simple, really easy rule. Like, if it looks organized, it is. And that's very true.
Yeah.
So if it looks appropriate, you put it up on the shelf and they change the way the spices are a little bit, but it looks good, I don't say anything.
Yeah. So when did you ever get corrected on your organization coming up?
Oh, of course, you get corrected. I mean, a good house, you'll be corrected at all points.
How did they correct you? What was their approach for correcting
you? Some guys yelled, some guys pitched a fit, some guys were passive aggressive. So every manager did a different job. Some managers didn't do it at all. Yeah. They suck. But that's another good rule is I always learn something from everyone I've ever worked for. Sometimes it was what to do. Sometimes it was not to do.